All right, guys, this is not a review on the DZO Pavo Anamorphics. They simply loaned me a pre-production set of the lenses. I'm hoping that maybe one day I can review them. We'll see. Let DZO know if you want me to review them. I shot a video with them, but before that, I did all my standard lens tests I like to do anytime I get new lenses in hand. Before I get into all my lens test results, a few details we need to go over because I already know people are going to be in the comments about them. One, I used the Poco VND adapter. I shot these like almost a month ago now, but just last week, Atlas loaned me this prototype Orion. They call this the 38 Special. When they loaned me this lens, they took my Mofage Poco VND and they fine-tuned it. So now the back focus is perfection on it. So I wish I had that when I was testing the Pavos. On top of that, some of the lenses, I didn't properly adjust the back focus. We were out in the field when we did it, and so some of those might be a little bit off. And again, this lens I'm shooting on right now, the Atlas loaned me, this is a prototype. This is the only one existent. So I wouldn't, do any final judgments on this lens either. All the lens tests were done on the Red Komodo X, same camera I'm shooting this on right now. The last few notes, these are just kind of my personal opinions on what the DZO Pavos look like. My personal taste, I love anamorphics that kind of mimic like that Panavision vintage look. Barrel distortion, blue flares. I like distorted edges. I like a lot of character and texture in my bokeh. I don't like clinical. For me, the DZOs, when they're wide open at T2.1 or T2, whatever they are, I love the look that they give. You get some chromatic aberration out of them. The bokeh wide open isn't like super round and super soft. There's some texture to it. And I personally love that. It's almost like a swirly bokeh. The close focus on it is pretty amazing as well. The size of them are amazing. The sharpness, again, wide open, it's a little bit soft, which you can utilize that because say if you're shooting talent and like maybe they don't have the greatest skin, maybe you just want a softer look, you could crank the lens wide open. I hope a lot of you guys know, like a lot of the movies that we love to watch aren't shot wide open. A lot of them are shot at like T4 and up. Once you close down the Pavos around T2.8 or T4, they clean up a lot. Even the edges clean up. But again, I like edges that fall off. And one last thing, a lot of people are comparing to the Mercuries. They're very similar in size, but the Atlas Mercuries are 1.5x. And somehow Atlas with the Mercuries are getting like this really like almost like a 2x type character on those lenses that I appreciate. And again, those lenses, there's some people on YouTube and on the Facebook groups that have issues with how much character those lenses have. Again, I love those. Just because a lens character isn't your taste does not mean it's a bad lens. Back in the day, they wanted cleaner lenses because they're shooting on film. So, they wanted sharper lenses. But now our sensors are so sharp and clinical and clean, I like to dirty it up. I don't know if you guys realize this, but our own eyes, we have this center sharpness and everything else kind of falls off. That's why I love when lenses have stigmatisms or when the edges are soft and they have some chromatic aberration. Because to me, in real life, that's how I see life. I like seeing it like that. All that texture is like a little bit trippy to the brain. And so the eye is forced to look at the whole frame. Anyways, let's get into the footage. Rant over. I really love this lens though. Oh, it's so good. We're wide open on it too at T2. Pretty amazing. Anyways, let's do it.